Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Lily I. It's like the word either, but without the R.
Ow! That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to the Elijah Anderson Show. It's like Draven without the I.
Okay, so this is my family. This is my mom.
Never has she ever introduced us.
I'm Lily. This is Morgan. That's Elijah. Okay, this is my youngest brother, and he's also the tallest. This is the middle brother. I'm the oldest.
I'm the bad one.
He's the favorite. Okay, so my brother here, he has a podcast.
Go look at it, huh?
Yeah, it's him and his best friend. They have a podcast together. It's pretty funny.
It's funny, but it's about nothing, so look forward to that. Hello.
And for today's video, we are going to be playing Never Have I Ever. The way that this game works is that we have this bowl of questions, and we are each going to take turns pulling out a question. And so, for example, it'd be like, okay, never have I ever gone to the planet Mars. So obviously we've never been to Mars. So obviously my brothers have been to Mars.
To get more candy bars. Where do girls go?
Jupiter. Oh wait.
No. Okay.
Mama got joke.
So do you want to start us off? Here you go.
Yep. Never have I ever laughed at a joke I didn't understand.
Okay. All the time. Where is your...
I wanted you
All
guys
the
to know. No, I laugh at jokes in Spanish, and I'm like, oh, yeah, right.
Right.
What does that mean?
Okay. Never have I ever played a prank on my sibling.
I remember when you switched out the cereal in the boxes and I was very distraught.
Yeah. Okay, so I used to pull pranks on them, but like basic pranks like switching cereals or attaching clothespins to the back of their shirts. So, yeah.
Oh, we used to do that to each other.
Yeah.
Never have I ever been yelled at by my boss or a customer.
Oh, come on.
Sakes.
For sure.
I have been yelled at by my boss, and her name is
No!
a name.
Never have I ever caught something on fire while cooking.
Oh.
Nope.
How do you...
I think I have.
I'm gonna go like this.
50-50?
Yeah, because I caught a pan on fire. Because I put the oil in and I put the thing on, and
An
then
electric stove.
I went to set up the PlayStation in the living room, and then I had forgot that I left the thing on there. So as I'm like setting up the PlayStation, I turned it on. I was like, oh yeah, great, it's working. And I like started up the game, and I was like, oh wait, I have to cook my food. And I went in to like actually start making the food, and when I took the lid off, there was a drop of water.
Oh no.
The drop hit the thing and it just caught on fire.
Dang.
And I was like, "Ah!"
Never have I ever ate food that fell on the floor. A big yes.
Okay, but
Big yes to
honestly,
that one.
I haven't done this since I was a child. So, what about you guys? I don't eat food that falls on the floor.
I did this today.
I eat food I find on the floor.
Oh my god.
It's a long one. It's a long one. Get ready on the toilet for this one. Never have I ever faked an illness to get out of something. No, wait, that's the wrong way.
I've never faked an illness, but I've always said that I was busy and couldn't go.
I don't do that. That's the lie that I go to.
Never have I ever made a prank call.
Nope.
No.
I have made prank calls.
What?
I'm boring. Who did you prank call?
Oh, I can't tell you guys.
Why?
Have you?
Because,
Morgan, you made a prank call?
I've picked up calls from
yeah.
randoms, and then I'll answer in Japanese.
That's
and
true. I remember that.
There was once that that Larissa, my wife, got a phone call, and we thought that it was a spam call. So I picked it up in Japanese, and it ended up actually being from her health insurance company.
Oh no.
And I played it all the way through until they hung up, and then they ended up calling again the next day, and
Wow.
everything was fine.
Oh.
But yeah, that was a good experience.
Okay, for your story, can you tell like what your prank call was, or?
I called a bar. I don't remember. It was end of elementary school or maybe the beginning of middle school, and I called up a bar and asked for a person with an inappropriate fake name. And And
Nice.
on the flip side, though, I received a call in the middle of the night, and the guy was not speaking clearly, and he, I thought he was saying, "Hey, do you want a phone book?" Like to look in the phone
Okay.
book. And he kept saying, I'm like, "Do I what?" Do you want a phone book? And I must have asked him like 3 or 4 times, and I couldn't understand him. And what he wanted was to have inappropriate conversation over the phone with me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
And so, yeah, those are my 2 experiences.
Wow.
How fun.
Who would have guessed it?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a heathen child.
Is your refrigerator running?
I know.
Never have I ever given someone a fake number.
No.
I don't know if I have. I can't
I
remember.
never have.
I can't remember, so I'm going to say that.
What's your story?
There was a young lady from church youth group that we used to go to that made me and almost everyone around her really uncomfortable, and she asked for my phone number, and so I gave her my phone number, but with the last digit just one number.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, because she really wanted to be able to call me whenever she needed to, and I said, yeah, sure, no problem, and just made the last 2 into a 3.
I tell people when they are begging for my phone number, I just keep saying no. I'm like, no, okay,
You
bye.
aren't going to get it.
Yeah.
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Never have I ever fallen down in public.
Yes.
I would fall down in public on purpose as a little kid.
I actually fell down on some stairs at college. But I was going up the stairs and I like fell on them, so it looked like I was doing push-ups on the stairs. Yeah.
I was riding on a bicycle, and it was the first time that I was ever on a bicycle that had handlebar brakes instead of pedal backwards brakes. And so I was going down the street, and I was told use the handlebar brakes because pedaling backward just goes backwards. It doesn't do anything. And I forgot. And then as I was speeding along towards the back of the mail truck that was there at the time, I was desperately trying to pedal back, and it wasn't working, and I slammed into the mail truck and it fell over. And there was this lady was driving in her car down the way, and she like stopped and she rolled down the window like, "Are you okay?"
Oh my gosh.
Fine.
Never have I ever snuck out of the house.
Nah, bro, I'm boring.
Oh, well, kind of.
You really?
Yeah, but I didn't go anywhere. I just like
Both of you guys?
the house where we used to live. The back window would open, and so I
Oh.
just like would go out there. And there was a time where I was like smoking cigarettes, so like I would just go out the back window and go into the garage and whatever. Like
Okay.
so it's not like going out to somewhere,
yeah.
but it was going out to do bad stuff.
Gotcha.
Pretty much to the same effect is that I wanted to have soda, and I didn't want anyone to know that I was having soda, and I know that if I opened it, it would go, and so I would sometimes take the soda and get down on the floor and put myself out through the dog door, and then open the soda out of the dog door, and then come back in, and then drink it straight from the bottle, and then put it back in the fridge.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Wow.
disgusting.
That's
I
wow.
would always waterfall.
Of course.
What about you?
Mom?
Oh, well,
course.
My same friend that I prank called the bar with, we decided that we were going to sneak out one time, and we walked to the grocery store, and so it really wasn't that much
Right.
fun, but the getting back in the house was a lot harder than getting
That's what I've heard.
out of the house, and
That's
I
what I've
almost
heard.
couldn't get myself back in the window. And then I basically got caught, but I didn't get called out on it because I couldn't get the screen back up in the little grooves to hold where the screen would go in, and so I got found out, but there was not enough evidence to indict me.
Gotcha. All right.
Never have I ever snuck food into the movies.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
For real,
It's a profession.
Yeah, I was like, nobody buys food from the movie theater. You sneak it in. Like, come on.
There was once that this was a really big mistake. Me and Larissa, my wife, had gone to Jersey Mike's Subs, and we got.
You tried to
and
sneak subs in the movie theater?
we had finished the subs, but I still wanted to have my soda.
Oh.
And so I put my soda in my satchel, my side bag.
Wow.
And the lid came off, and there was soda like dribbling out of my bag. Yeah,
Wow.
that was a bummer.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
But it cleaned out.
Never have I ever been stung by a bee.
Nope. Never ever in my life. Okay, what about you guys? I remember the time you got stung by a bee.
Yes.
The time that I got stung by a bee was kind of indirectly. It was at the end of martial arts class, and I was helping to clean up the classroom, and I saw what looked like some lint on the floor. And so I went to pick it up to throw it into the trash can, and it hurt really bad.
Oh my gosh.
And lo and behold, it was actually a dead bee was on the floor, and somehow the bee had managed to not be crushed through an entire martial arts class when it was sparring day and everything. Its stinger got in my thumb, and I had to pull it out, and it felt like it was on fire for the rest of the night. And
That's
it was
horrible.
yeah, it was. But yeah, I wasn't directly stung by it, but yeah, indirectly got stung by a bee.
Okay.
In this one old lady's backyard.
Yes.
There was a bunch of dogs, and so then there was a bunch of dog poo-poo. And so there was flies everywhere. And something was like flying by my face. And so I went to go swat it, and it was here. I saw it like by my eye, and I went like this, and then it buzzed away. And then next thing I knew, it was on my arm, and it stung me right here.
And it gave you a little hole. Yeah, you still have the scar and everything.
Yeah. And then they couldn't find the stinger.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Some guy that lived there basically tried to get it out of my arm, and he had a piece of paper, and he was like trying to like flick it because he thought maybe it had fallen over or something like that. And it wasn't there.
Interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
Never have I ever broken a bone.
Nope.
I have.
I'm gonna do this one too.
Kinda, sorta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to skate when I was this big, and I jumped over a thing, and my back wheel got caught on like cement or whatever, and I flung forward, and I hit my hand on the ground. And I had already sprained my wrist, like, who knows how many times. And when I looked at it, there was a bulge, like a little tiny bump. And I was like, what the crap? And I poked it, and it just went in. It just, like, went back in. And I was like, well, it moves. All right, it's fine. And then I just didn't say anything about it, because I was like, I don't know,
Whatever.
I think I was 8, and I used to roller skate. I had lost my balance, and I fell back on my hand, and the 2 bones of my arm shoved up into all my wrist bones. And it took forever. It took like almost all day before a doctor would see me to set the bones, and they said that if I damaged it in the cast, that they'd have to put pins in it. But luckily that didn't happen.
Okay, dang.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, they had to give me some kind of shot to separate everything when they wanted to set it because I had
Wow.
so long.
Oh, jeez.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for real. Never have I ever met someone famous. Actually, you know, technically I can say yes.
I met Johnny Depp. I was kidding.
You're dumb.
I don't know. Have I? I'm gonna go with no.
No?
I don't think I have.
What did you say? I have.
Oh yeah?
I met Phil Wickham a couple years, actually like a long time ago. It was the 4th of July when we were all like small and we went to that concert, got his autograph and everything. Yeah, so.
You have that super deep V.
Yeah. So yeah, I met Phil Wickham, if you know who that is. If you don't, go look him up. He has amazing music.
I don't remember the name of the famous person I met.
Not that famous?
No, well, he was on a TV show called Family Ties, I think.
Oh.
Michael J. Fox
Oh,
was the
okay.
main character, and it was his best friend. The character was his best friend.
Oh,
And
that's
it was
cool.
at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair in San Bernardino one year, and I saw him. I'm like, oh, that's that famous guy from that show. And I thought to my first thought was, what famous guy wants to be hanging out by himself and get harassed by a bunch of strangers just because his face is familiar? And just as I was thinking that, a herd of girls went running up to him, squealing and making spectacles out of themselves. So I'm just like, hi, and I walked away.
Yeah, there was a Bob Bennett is like a famous guitar guy, and I showed him music that I had written.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
He was like, so afterwards I was like, hey, can I show you the song that I wrote? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And so I showed it to him, and just like it's like acoustic little thing, so it starts off like and then it actually starts going, and he just like looks at me, and he grabs me by the arm. He's like, yes, yes.
That's so cool.
Never have I ever
Got a
a
ticket?
I haven't actually.
ticket.
I have never got
I
a
tried
ticket.
to.
Oh, only mom.
Uh-oh.
What'd you get a ticket for?
Speeding,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
and then not wearing my seatbelt. I think that's all. I think there were 3, but nothing was ever for anything important.
Gotcha.
Never have I ever been fired from a job.
Well, yeah, technically I have, but
I wasn't fired.
I didn't get fired for being a bad employee. I just got fired for a global pandemic. Is this the last
This
one?
is the last
The
one.
last one. Here we go.
And now, never have I ever cheated on a test.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, always.
So I only cheated on a test once, and it was in geography in middle school because I was really bad at geography, and we had to fill in a map of Africa, and I was convinced I was going to fail. So I was wearing some Vans, and I had written the first letter of every country in the continent on the side of my shoe in order so that I could copy off my shoe in case I forget. But in the process of writing them down, I accidentally memorized them and I ended up not needing them.
Okay, I've only ever cheated on a test once. I was in 6th grade, and it was some pop quiz for math or something. So I had my notebook out, and I had a blank page on top of the answers, so I could see the answers through the page. And I was copying them down, and then the teacher came around the room, and she's like, "Okay, it's time I need your test now." But I was terrified because I was like, but she's gonna see the answer sheet is right underneath. And so I just didn't do anything, and then she got frustrated and just ripped it and walked away, and I never got caught for it, but it also scared me to never cheat on a test ever again.
When I was in college, I had an exam in chemistry, and I could not for the life of me remember some of the conversions based around the calculations for joules. I wrote down the formulas and I put them on a small slip of paper, and then I put them inside my calculator because we're allowed to have a calculator for chemistry.
Okay.
And it helped tremendously.
I used to cheat on stuff all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, because we did an online program growing up. There was always a little quiz at the end of all the lessons. And almost every time, if I copied the whole test and put it in Google, there was a Yahoo Answers or Quizlet or something like that that
man.
already had all the answers in there.
Right,
and so I would just answer them all. But there was one that was because there was the final exam that was at the end of every unit.
Okay.
And this is probably the worst of them. I got caught by the teacher. The teacher knew that I had cheated.
Okay.
And so I go in to review the test, and there's all links to the thing that I had used.
Oh no.
Because there was questions that you had to actually answer, and then questions that you had to click on.
Right.
And I didn't copy and paste the answers that were the typed out ones, because that's the easiest way that you could know.
Right.
But she erased the answers that I put in the essay questions, and she just, in every essay question, put the URL to the thing that I had used for the multiple choice.
Okay.
And then she sent an email to me, and she sent an email to you. Okay. And I logged into your thing, and I deleted the email so that you didn't see it.
But yeah. Alright, you guys. That was the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Yay! And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace out. We're just gonna start recording.
Fine,
and we'll just put some bloopers in there.
Fine, dude.
Hey, can you? What are you doing?
Which one?
You!
I already told you.
You didn't tell me what you were doing.
Yeah, I did.
Lisos?
Duh, dude. Come on. Just go already.
I need you to sit up.
You have to be. What is
At least my whole face is here. Hi, everybody. This is welcome to the Lily Eyes show. This is Lily Eyes.
That's not my saying.
This
my
is
opening.
Lily Eyes show.
Do you know my opening?
No, I don't watch your videos.
Wow. We have.
It's backwards.
No.
I know. Let me wave my left hand.
The way that this.
Never have I ever done hard drugs.
No.